Hey everyone, this is Player 1.
And this is Player 2. We have an article that basically proves that EA doesn't really care about you. They only care about your money.
So I think it just came out. I'll read the quotes. It's a little bit long, but I think it's worth checking out. So here we go. It's definitely a thing inside of EA. They are generally pushing for more open world games. And the reason is you can monetize them better. The words in there that were used are have them come back again and again. Why do you care about that at EA? The reason you care about that is because microtransactions. Buying card packs in the Mass Effect games, the multiplayer. It's the same reason we added card packs to Mass Effect 3. How do you get people to keep coming back to a thing instead of just playing for 60 to 100 hours? So just in that alone, you can see that their goal is to get you to come back, which makes sense.
But it makes sense. From a business standpoint, it makes sense. You want players to be constantly there, either online or coming back to your product. I understand that. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing in general. However, going forward, what Player 1 is going to read is where the problem comes in.
The problem is that we've scaled up our budgets to 100 million and we haven't actually made a space for good linear single player games that are under that. But why can't we have both? Why does it have to be one or the other? And the reason is that EA and those big publishers in general only care about the highest return on investment. They don't actually care about what the player wants. They care about what the players will pay for. You need to understand the amount of money that's at play for microtransactions. So there is concrete evidence, first-hand account, a witness to what's going on. They definitely don't care about what you want. Otherwise, this wouldn't be an issue. Everybody wants a single-player Star Wars campaign. And we're talking about that issue with Visceral Games that was closed recently. What they're looking for is an incredible return on investment. For Resident Evil 7 to say you need 10 million copies to be successful, that's ridiculous. That's more than any other Resident Evil has ever sold in history.
Yeah, so understand that. They wanted 10 million copies to be sold. Even though they've sold, I think, over 6 million?
Yeah, no, I think 4 million.
4 million, I'm sorry.
Resident Evil 6 sold over 6 million.
Yes, I'm sorry. So they've sold over 4 million copies, and that is a huge success. Mind you, that Crash Bandicoot, which blew records selling this summer, and that it was a smash hit, sold over 2 million copies. Nier Automata, which is considered a hit in Square Enix's eyes, has sold over 2 million copies. Yet, this is not enough for them because, again, your mindset is that you have to be making billions of dollars. Then yes, of course, 2 million, 4 million, 6 million copies is not good enough. They want 10, 20, and then the next year 30. It's never going to be enough for them. Just look at Call of Duty. Call of Duty Black Ops has sold over 20 million copies. The following year, we had the issue with the whole in space thing, and it sold
Infinite Warfare, and it sold. It didn't sell as much, but it still sold more than any other game.
Yeah, it was.
So
it was the number one selling game that year. Yet it was considered a failure. It's basically greed, guys. And this is the thing: there are plenty of examples that show that single player games are making money and they're successful.
Single player is not the problem. The problem is crappy games. Like Andromeda was a crappy game. It was a mess. It was broken, and it just sucked.
All these new games that came out, like Horizon Zero Dawn, like Cuphead, these are all single player games that are doing great. Now, yes, you pointed out something very good, which is a lot of games that have come out that haven't been successful. There's a lot of underlining facts that cause it not to be successful, which is, again, a game that's broken, it's a mess. All that takes into account, people don't want to buy.
All right, so to end with some of the last statements he said, I'll read this again. That's the reason other EA products started getting multiplayer that hadn't really had them before. Because we nailed it and brought in a ton of money. It's repeatable income versus one-time income. I've seen people literally spend $15,000 on Mass Effect multiplayer cards. So what they're getting at is, first of all, the whales are the problem. That's where they really make their money. We know this. This is how developers feel. They love the whales.
And if you guys don't know, whales are people that spend a lot of money on games or...
especially microtransactions.
Yes.
But the other thing is, notice this idea of repeated income. Talk about, like, entitlement and greed and being spoiled with the way they've been making money. Repeat income on the same product. This is the crap that you should get mad at people like Grand Theft Auto or Bethesda trying to get repeat income. They don't need to make income on Skyrim anymore. Skyrim is an old game. They made a ton of money on PS3, ton of money on PC, ton of money on Xbox 360. Now the remake on PS4, on Xbox One, now adding these Creator Club. This is ridiculous. This is greed and incredible entitlement to these developers. And incredible. This is done. Skyrim came out. It's a product. It's done. Any other product that I buy Guess what? It's a one-time purchase. If I buy a Blu-ray movie, I'm not paying Disney for each Marvel movie I bought 7 times. It doesn't need that. It already made its money back. Blu-ray sales are pretty much extra money. This is ridiculous.
Now, mind you, we're not saying that it's a bad thing to then develop a game and sell it in different consoles. Like, for example, Skyrim. If you had it on the PS3, if you want to buy it on the PS4, the problem comes is when this game has already made all its money and more, and then they develop it for the PS4 and try to sell it for $60 again with extra microtransactions or the Creators Club.
It's ridiculous.
I'm sure that Skyrim on the Switch is not going to be $20, $30.
No,
it's going to
be full price.
It'll be full price.
So it basically is like the Minecraft effect. If you own Minecraft, you've probably bought it on several consoles. When you create one product, you get paid for that one product and you move on. But they want that repeated income because it's easy. And frankly, that's kind of a spoiled entitlement idea, a way of thinking about it.
And this is just one aspect of the whole issue. You have repeated income, you have microtransactions, you have loot crates, you have now manipulative multiplayer, you have issues with skins, DLC, season pass, and a whole bunch of other things that just keep on adding to it.
Right.
When you think of it as a whole system, there's a big problem because the $60 is not enough. Even though they're making money with that, it's not enough. They want to basically take everything. Make sure that when a player, a gamer, just goes inside the store and buys their game, that they're basically leaving their wallet on the table.
Yeah, and then the excuse they try to use is these upscaled, incredible budgets of 100 million plus. That's ridiculously over-bloated budget. And beyond that, beyond the individual people part of it, people like the CEOs of EA and Activision getting several millions of dollars of bonuses, you look at the issue of the ridiculous marketing campaign. They don't need to pay 5 football players to play the next Call of Duty game. It's an old way of thinking, and they use that as an excuse to make money. It's an incredibly overinflated budget. There's no reason to charge that much for a game, especially marketing-wise.
Just think about this, guys. Does a game like Call of Duty or these successful games need to have a car commercial, Doritos commercial, like Shadow of Mordor, Doritos commercials, Mountain Dew commercials, have to have actors playing the game, have to have
sponsorships on like those night shows like Conan where they have him play a game and pay him for that. I mean, it's ridiculous. You don't need all that. But that's where the budget's happening. It's mismanagement, and then all that mismanagement, all those bad decisions, the player is the one getting screwed.
So in essence, there you have it. You have EA's own words saying that they want to migrate everything to game as a service, which basically means we're going to keep you here forever taking your money. If they could, they would charge you every month for the service. They don't care about the gamers. They don't care about you as a person. They just want your money.
I guess let us know what you think down below. Do you agree with us? Are we just ranting to the choir, if that makes sense? Or do you agree with what we say, or are we crazy? Do you think we're kind of talking out of our butts and we don't really know what we're saying?
Do you guys spend money on microtransactions, loot crates, and so forth? Let us know.
Loot boxes, I think. Somebody was confused with that.
Yes, I'm sorry. Loot boxes. Yeah, I keep on getting confused, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. It's basically loot boxes. But this is Player 2.
And this is Player 1. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks, guys.